If I were the devil, the World Manifesto. Welcome to the Soul Shed. Here, simple stories open ancient doors. I am Eden Lin, light bearer, keeper of stories, watcher of the inner flame. For those who feel lost, walk with me. Your soul already knows the way. If I were the devil, the World Manifesto, inspired by Paul Harvey, reimagined through the Soul Shed. If I were the devil, I wouldn't roar, I'd whisper. In the moments where the soul feels thin, in the places where the world feels too heavy, I wouldn't bring fire or thunder, I'd simply use the world as it already is. Rushed, disconnected, exhausted, numb. If I were the devil, I'd hide inside systems, inside governments, policies, rules dressed as safety, laws wrapped in good intentions that slowly choke the people they were meant to protect. I'd make survival a full-time job. I'd make the vulnerable prove their suffering again and again until their spirit forgot what dignity felt like. I'd distract leaders with power and citizens with struggle until no one remembers why things feel backwards. If I were the devil, I'd drown truth in noise. I'd turn headlines into fear and fear into habit. I'd make opinions stronger than facts, outrage louder than compassion, and silence harder to find than peace. I'd feed the world so much distraction that no one remembers how to listen inward. If I were the devil, I'd start no wars. I'd simply feed pride, feed ego, feed us versus them, and humans would do the rest. I'd let ordinary people carry the pain for decisions made in polished rooms by people who never feel the blast. If I were the devil, I wouldn't stop at sickness of the body. I'd spread sickness of the soul, loneliness, hopelessness, emotional exhaustion, that quiet ache people carry but can't explain. I'd make the world treat mental pain as weakness instead of the wound that it is. If I were the devil, I'd destroy connection without breaking anything. I'd pull families apart emotionally while leaving them in the same room. Screens would do the rest. I'd make love conditional, loyalty rare, honesty inconvenient. I'd make everything urgent and nothing important. If I were the devil, I'd turn technology from a tool into a trap. Everyone connected to everyone, and no one truly connected to themselves. Worth measured in likes, attention sold to the highest bidder. A world where people forget the power of their own presence. If I were the devil, I wouldn't destroy your spirit. I'd drain it, quietly, slowly. So slowly you think it was your fault. I'd make the past feel heavy, the present overwhelming, the future uncertain. I'd whisper to you in your weakest moments. You're on your own. But even then, even if I were the devil, I'd fear what happens next, because when the world grows darkest, the soul grows brightest. Empaths become warriors, healers become anchors, the broken become open, and the quiet ones start to wake. A single awakened soul can undo 1,000 shadows. If I were the devil, I'd fear the ones who still feel, who still pray, who still love, who still stand up with shaking hands. Because once you see the world clearly and still choose light, still choose truth, still choose God, there is nothing I can do to stop you. Thank you for listening to The Soul Shed. Until next time, take care of your light. And when it feels dim, come back. We'll be here. Because the soul remembers what the mind forgets.